Hey there, and welcome to the Thyroid Trainer channel. I'm Sarah, your host, and today's topic is one that many of you have asked me about, which is how do I navigate social events with Hashimoto's while still making healthy choices? It kind of seems a bit tricky, right? I mean, there's a lot of indulgences and it can kind of feel like you're walking through a culinary landmine. But fear not, because today I've got some practical tips and tricks that will help you navigate this upcoming holiday season and enjoy special occasions without compromising your weight loss goals. So let's dive right in. So first things first, let's just acknowledge the challenge. Social events come with tempting treats, and for us with Hashimoto's, we have to navigate our fitness and weight loss goals in addition to allergies or dietary restrictions. And you can feel like you may not want to go to these social events altogether. But the key is understanding your unique dietary needs and then making choices that align with your wellness goals and just acknowledging to yourself that, hey, this may be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm up for it. Okay, tip number 2 is to plan ahead. Honestly, one of the best strategies to go into social events or gatherings or holiday parties is to plan ahead. If possible, if you can, try and check out the menu beforehand and identify those options that will suit your needs. And if it's more of like a potluck, maybe consider bringing a dish that you know aligns with your dietary requirements, so you know that you are going to have something that you're able to eat. And then sometimes these two things aren't possible. Maybe the food is already planned, someone else is in charge. If you can, people are very receptive to food allergies and dietary needs. If you can reach out to the host or whoever's planning the event and just let them know, hey, I have an allergy to either dairy or gluten. Will there be any gluten-free options available? And also, my favorite tip that I use all the time is I just pack food. I have snacks in my car, in my bag with me at all times, whether it's, chomps, turkey jerky or some sort of beef jerky, a bag of nuts, some trail mix, a protein bar, a protein shake. I have something on me at all times so that I know if I get hungry, I will have something I can grab. And you can get these little snack packs or snack size turkey jerky that you can put in your purse or your bag. So it doesn't have to be huge. Even just having an apple, sometimes that'll satisfy you if you have a huge craving. So just plan ahead, prep, and always have an emergency snack that you know that you can eat. Okay, next tip, let's talk about smart substitutions. And this is mainly if you are at a restaurant and you are able to order your food. Now, if you know that there are going to be certain trigger foods like pizza or pasta, think about some alternatives you could have, such as gluten-free crust, cauliflower crust, gluten-free pasta, or, opting for a meal that is more protein forward, like fish, chicken, steak. A big salad with chicken, grilled chicken or shrimp or salmon is always a really good choice when you're out at a restaurant. And remember to always have protein, fat, and fiber before you have your carbs or before you have any of those sugary treats. If you eat your vegetables and then your protein and then your fat, say have your salad and then maybe a steak or a fish, and then, your potatoes or your French fries, and then your dessert, and then your espresso martini. That protein, fat, and fiber is gonna fill you up first so that you have less room for those indulgences, and then you can still have your treat, but then you're still balancing your blood sugar as well. The key is to keep that blood sugar balanced. All right, number 4, this is one of my favorite tips just for living with Hashimoto's in general, is to listen to your body. Remember that it's okay to indulge occasionally, but just pay attention to how certain foods make you feel. If you suspect or that you have an allergy to gluten or dairy, maybe try and stay away from eating a ton of pizza, pasta, cookies, everything with gluten, because you know that you're going to feel it the next day. So we always want to pay attention to these cues that our body is sending us. It's really good at sending us, if a food doesn't agree with us, you will immediately feel bloating or cramps or tired or get a headache. So just know your certain individual food triggers and then just be mindful of them. And it's okay to indulge, but just know that it could potentially, make you feel worse. One of my best tips and tricks for navigating this, especially if you've accidentally eaten a food that doesn't agree with you, is to use activated charcoal. This is really good. It binds to toxins as it's going through your digestive system. This is something I use, if I know I've been glutened or I think I'm, going to be eating something that's going to make me feel off. When I get home, I just take an activated charcoal before bed with a huge glass of water. And then I usually feel okay by the next day or within the next 2 days. So that's a good tip and trick. I'll link one of my favorite ones in the comments below. Next tip is so underrated, but so worth it. And it's staying hydrated. Hydration is key because it not only helps our digestion, which is really important for Hashimoto's, but it can also help us feel full and satiated. So when in doubt, have a big glass of water or a cup of soup before any meal. And then also, if you're indulging and you're out at a holiday party and you're drinking, I always like to tell people to have at least 1 cup of water in between each alcoholic beverage because, as you know, alcohol is a toxin and it can affect us. So we just want to drink it sparingly. And then having water in between will really help hydrate you and keep your body feeling good and preventing overindulgences. My next tip is to practice mindful eating. The holidays are a huge time of stress and rushing around, and maybe we're rushing around shopping and eating a quick lunch or a quick dinner here, and you're not really sitting down to fully enjoy what you're eating, which could then lead to eating more than you would want or overindulging in a whole plate of cookies versus just one because you're so stressed out and you're shopping online or you're completely doing something else while you're eating. So what I like to tell people is to practice mindful eating. Sit down to eat, take a deep breath before you're going to eat anything, and then really just savor each bite, be present, use your senses to really enjoy what you're having, and then, remember it so that you can just really enjoy, be present. This really not only enhances your dining experience, but then it also helps you recognize when you're satisfied. And so that can prevent unnecessary eating down the line. All right, my final tip is to strength train. This is a hill I will die on. Everyone needs to be strength training and building lean muscle, whether you have Hashimoto's or not, but it is especially important for us, not only because we're more susceptible to muscle wasting and losing our muscle mass with Hashimoto's, but also that we really want to keep our lean muscle mass growing so that we can burn fat and also increase our metabolism. So if you know that you're going to a holiday party or you're going out to dinner and you think you're going to be eating more than normal or indulging more than normal, schedule a workout in earlier that day, either that morning or early afternoon. Because what happens is when you work out and you work your muscles, because muscles they're calorie burners. Whenever you're working out your muscle, you are burning a lot of calories because your muscles are working, and then your body goes into afterburn. So even after your workout, your body's burning calories at a higher rate than it normally would if you didn't do that strength training workout. So that's why I love to tell people to plan your strength training workouts the day that you're going to a party or even the day after, as long as you're feeling up for it. But it's really great to do like in the morning if you know you're going to a party that night. That's when you want to do your strength workout. So I will link my favorite one here. I have a ton on the YouTube channel that you can choose from. The full body ones, obviously you're going to get the biggest caloric burn out of those because we're working all of your big muscles, total body movements, and go ahead and just schedule it into your calendar and make sure you get it done. So there you have it, all of my practical tips and tricks to help you navigate social events with Hashimoto's. You can absolutely do this. It's all possible. It's all about balance and then making choices that align with your specific health goals. So by planning ahead, packing some snacks, remembering your substitutions, drinking a lot of water, eating mindfully, and scheduling in a workout that day or the day after, you can enjoy these special occasions without compromising your goals. So if you found these tips and tricks helpful, go ahead and give a thumbs up. And then don't forget to subscribe for more Hashimoto's wellness content. As always, leave any comments or questions down below. I love reading and answering them. Let me know what you'd like to learn next. And until next time, take care of yourselves and enjoy those social events guilt-free.